Hi YouTube, welcome back to another review. This should be a little bit of a shorter video because I'm just reviewing these two small kitchen knives. So I'll go ahead and show the name right here. Oh, sticker's upside down. So it is a Kanetsune, I think. I'm not exactly sure on the pronunciation. There you can see a bunch of stuff written in Japanese, so I don't know exactly what that is, but I'd assume that's probably the specs or something. And maybe the name of the knife up there, not exactly sure. But Kanetsune is as well as I can pronounce it. These are pretty cheap knives. They're both the Stopper 100 and 200. But on Blade HQ where I bought them, they just call them the Kanetsune fruit knife. And they said this is the fruit knife 3.625. So 3 5/8, and then the fruit knife 4 1/8. And that's just the blade length. So I'll open those up now. And there you can see, try to get it without showing everything else. There we go. Stopper 200 stainless steel Japan. So these are made in Japan. And I'll open this one now. Nice little wood sheaths, kind of a weird plastic ramp right there to push the sheath off, but seems to help out a little, I guess. Nothing bad about it, I guess. Stopper 100, so this is the smaller one. Also stainless steel. It is 420 J2 stainless, so it should be very, very stainless. It's probably not super hard just because 420 is known to not get super hard compared to other semi-stainlesses or whatever, like S30V or something. If it was S30V or S35VN, it'd obviously hold an edge longer, but this should be more stainless. There you can see the wooden handle, and I think a plastic little, I don't know what you'd call it, bolster maybe, whatever that tip is. And they are very thin. I don't think it even, I didn't get the blade thickness off Blade HQ, but very, very thin blades, which makes sense. They called it a fruit knife, so pretty much what I'm going to be cutting with it, since, I don't know, I don't cut too much fruit in my kitchen, but cherry tomatoes, maybe small vegetables and stuff like that. Little red skin potatoes or something. This would be great at cutting those up. There you can see kind of just a cheap machine ground. They probably just took this blade already polished, threw it in a machine, had it grind up real quick. Then probably another machine to put the sharpening bevel on it, and then that's why it's so cheap. Definitely not like amazing fit and finish or anything. You can see the secondary bevel on this one is a little uneven there toward the back here, but I think those are both about $7 on Blade HQ, so super cheap knives. You can see the handle is a little asymmetrical. It kind of comes to a point on this side all the way down and sticks out a little further. So I don't know if that's just for ergonomics, but it feels good. Feels like the 200 definitely feels like it'd be a little better for cutting like cherry tomatoes, little vegetables and stuff, just because the way the blade sticks down just a little further compared to this one. But they look really cool. For about $7 or whatever, I'd say it's definitely a good price, quality-wise and everything. So this Stopper 200 also has the model number KC077, and the Stopper 100 has the model number KC075. Just in case it's listed differently on another website, now you know that. They're both flat ground, plain edge, and made in Japan. They seem to be pretty sharp. I guess I'll test it out on my little cheat sheet here. Here's the 200. Not too bad. And the 100. 100 seems a little bit sharper, but I mean, if they're sharp enough to cut a piece of paper like that, then they're sharp enough to slice through a little tomato or something, so definitely useful. Not exactly sure how long that edge will last, but for $7, I think it's worth picking up another little extra thing just because I don't have many small knives in my kitchen, so I have one paring knife. So if I need something for small cutting tasks or whatever, then I only have one knife to do it, and if it's dirty, then I gotta clean it and whatever. Do all the cleaning and stuff before I do the cooking. So now if I have more, especially more little cheap ones like this, then I can just pull this out and go a few more days without having to clean them. So very cool. Kind of a little novelty thing, but can be used in the kitchen like a normal knife. So not much else to say about them. They're pretty plain, pretty small, pretty thin blade, so definitely will, I mean, you can see through slices of tomato probably with that. I wouldn't use it on anything super thick. I probably wouldn't be cutting, I wouldn't cut a steak up with it. I wouldn't cut chicken or anything that I was preparing, just because I don't know how long this blade goes down into the handle. It could just stop like right here or something. I wouldn't want to put a bunch of force down into something and have it just snap off, because I don't know if I trust it that much, but just it being sharp enough to put a little bit of pressure down on a fruit or a vegetable seems like it should be very good for small slicing tasks. And that's pretty much it. That's all I got to say about these two little knives, but they're very cool, kind of novelty knives to have in the kitchen that could be useful. And I'll definitely be using that one a lot. This one's mine. I got this one from my brother, so he'll definitely be using this a lot too. So if anything goes catastrophically wrong with them, check the description, because I'll put it in there once something goes bad with it. But I assume nothing will go too bad with them. They seem to be good enough to handle small tasks. So a couple more videos coming to the channel soon. I have a new Kaiser Mini Sheepdog titanium that I'll be reviewing. Also a new Cold Steel, here's the package for it. Cold Steel 8-inch chef knife, so be sure to check that out soon. After I didn't really use these ones too much before the review. I just cut up a couple things with them just to test them out, and they seem, there's not much to say about them, so just did a couple simple tasks. I'm going to use the Cold Steel chef knife for at least a couple meals before I do a review of that, so be sure to check that out. If you want to see any other knife reviews, check out the other ones on my channel, and be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.